Welcome back in, guys. We're now in the eighth part of my Skyrim playthrough stream, and last time we had just begun the College of Winterhold quest line, and so today we're going to be getting a little bit further into that. I think the last time we were here, we basically just did the intro, so we're going to go to. Oh, we did the intro, went down and fought the Draugr in front of the Eye of Magnus, but now we're going to go back to the College of Winterhold because we need to talk to the Archmage and tell him what we found down there. So that's what we're doing right now. We're standing outside the Archmage's quarters, inside the Arcanium. Or right outside the Arcanium, actually. The Arcanium's over here. And we have Archmage's quarters here. And my character is named Galeria. She is a high elf, and I have a very interesting backstory sort of for her that I'm kind of unfolding. But basically, she sees the problems with the Thalmor and the High Elves that inhabit most of Skyrim, and she wants to set things right. And so that's a very basic premise of her storyline. So now we have a mod going on for the College of Winterhold, and as you can see, it's got some very cool touches. I love the way it has changed the Arcanium and then the Archmage's quarters with the floating candles and the bookshelves and the just more stuff everywhere. You got couches here, you got a furnace, the bed, little area here, Archmage's robes, which you can actually take now, but I don't know if I should do that. No, we're not going to be hard pressed for coins, so we'll just leave those alone. And actually, you got a staff enchanter, which is really nice. The only one that you can find in the basic game is over in Solstheim, so that's really cool. So now we're gonna go talk to Archmage Sal.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. You are relatively new here, are you not? I have noticed you, but we have not spoken.
Well, that's your fault. I'm a student here. No, we haven't.
Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear?
Apparently they've had some problems with that. I need to speak to you about Sarthal.
Please don't tell me that another one of the apprentices has been incinerated. I have enough to deal with right now.
Apparently that's just kind of a common problem. But no. We found some sort of orb. Tolfdir wanted you to see it.
I see. I trust that Tolfdir will provide a more specific explanation.
Listen, bud.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Tolfdir normally looks after your little group, yes? Since he's apparently occupied, and I will need to see this discovery for myself, I think perhaps you should begin researching the subject. Speak with Urag in the Arcanium. See if he's aware of anything that matches your discovery. And good work. The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be helpful.
Okay, so he gives us a staff of mage light, which
all right then.
Is interesting. I'm not really sure that it's got that much use for us. As of yet, we haven't really started to level up our magics. Wait, that's the Hall of the Elements. I need to go over here. This is the Arcanium, which is also refurbished with this mod, and it just looks really cool, I think. You see brick. There's brick here. Now, one thing that I like really a lot about this is the floating candles and the floating books. Now, that's obviously... PS4 mods can only use things that exist in the game as they are, so this mod takes these floating books out of the realm of Hermaeus Mora and then the floating candles from other places and kind of mixes them all and gives it a very, and if I do say so myself, Hogwarts-type feel, but that's, it's a magic school, so it really works here. Then they have these little spell books with, like, the symbol of each class or school of magic springing out of it. with the constellations and everything. I think that's really cool. Anyway, let's go talk to our orc friend here.
I don't want to see. You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs.
That
now,
sounds horrifying.
Do you require assistance?
Yes. I need to learn about something I found in the Sarthal, or we found.
I know what you want.
I found
Word travels fast
was
around
there.
here. Discovered some big
How
mystery.
did it travel faster than me literally
well,
walking
you
down
don't
the
even
stairs?
need to ask. No, I don't have anything for you. Not anymore, anyway.
Ooh, what? You don't have anything that can help?
I said not anymore. Orthorn stole a number of books when he ran off to Felglow Keep to join those summoners.
That Orthorn.
Some kind of peace offering.
I tell you.
I think one of those volumes may have had some relevant information. If you want them, you'll have to talk to Orthorn.
Okay. So, in other words, we're going to have to go to this Felglow, that place, and we're going to have to come up with these books here, and then we're also going to have to deal with Orthorn. Now, there is a very oh goodness, I forgot about Kano wanting to talk to you. There's no way to get out of this, so I find it's best, instead of shooting him, like I really, really, really want to do, it's best just to talk to him.
You there. I have questions for you. You were
Okay.
in Sarthal, yes?
No.
It has come to my attention that something was found there.
How'd you figure it out? Maybe.
I know full well that you have. Please do not insult my intelligence.
If it weren't so
Tolfdir is
easy.
still there now, is he? I shall expect a full report when he returns.
I'm not giving you, whatever. Why does this matter to you?
Something was discovered in Sarthal that was significant enough that Tolfdir sent a new member of the college alone to deliver word.
Yeah, but I'm the Dragonborn.
That sounds precisely like the sort of thing that should matter to everyone, especially
me. What
Thank
in
you
the
for
world?
your help. You may go now.
Listen, friend. Like, I mean, he literally gets no relevant information. Ooh, we can actually just go up this way. He literally gets no relevant information from us, but because we had to talk to him. That's why this quest line has so much potential, but in my opinion, just kind of falls short. It's got so many interesting pieces to it, but they're just kind of handled in kind of a paste and stick manner, because I think they had a lot more content that they were either going to put in or wanted to put in but didn't, and instead they just kind of sewed what was left up, and it just kind of feels butchered. So Felglow Keep. Where is that? Oh, that's it right there. Okay, so I'm gonna travel to the Ritual Stone here, and I'm just gonna walk across the plain. That's actually kind of a hike, I think. Actually, best to come down, maybe. I don't want to go to Sheer Point because that's where the trolls are. Alright, I'm gonna go to the Ritual Stone, and if I get attacked by a deadgum necromancer there, so help me, I will fight back, I suppose. Now we have our horse. Our horse should spawn with us, so maybe we can take out the necromancer real quick and then mount the horse and take off. That sounds like a plan. No! Okay. Bone meal, iron shield, glass arrow. Okay. So now I just kind of have to tiptoe down the mountainside here and then basically tiptoe back up. It's snowing so heavily out here I can barely see anything. Go up the mountainside here. Man, this is like hard to look at. You know, before we run into an enemy, let's just okay. Now there are necromancers out here who will just attack you immediately regardless. So it's best to nice little drop on them. Got that one. And there are two more usually, there are three. This fire over here. Yeah, there's one. That's the only one? Is it? We're good? Okay. See if this person has anything. Oh, 30 gold. See? That's nice. I'm not taking either of those things. I'm not using iron arrows. I'm using glass arrows right now, and I'm pretty sure an elven bow. Make that dwarven bow. Still though, it's better than orc. And oh, I'm gonna grab these fire salts. Glass arrow. There's a glass arrow on the one I shot up there, but I'm just you know, there's no way to get there. All right, so now we're gonna head into Feglow Keep. Felglow. I need to learn how to say that. But anyway. So, what you're going to do is you're going to fight your way through here, and then you're going to find Orthorn, who stole the books from the College of Winterhold for an unknown reason. Find him, and then eventually find the reason that this whole place is important to begin with. It is Felglow. Okay, I've learned how to say that. I can read. I've read today and tried to pronounce something correctly. It's been a full day.
Huh? What is it?
Where are you? Spiders. I don't like spiders. Get ready. You do. Okay. No, I'm not really sure why I'm taking venom. I usually take venom because it sells for a pretty decent price for its carry weight, and you can also use it to coat your weapons. But I so rarely do that I'm not really sure if it's worth it or not. For me, it's really a good trick to use if you just need a way to get the drop on some enemies. Wait, that was a frost rune. So, you know, try not to walk over those. These are vampires. How y'all doing? Before I go down there, and that is actually how you get to Orthorn. Trying to see if there's any loot. Okay, yeah, dwarven armor, not really my thing. But this is where there is a chest. There is gold. 188 gold. Wow. Okay. Comes in here a pauper, leaves a prince. I like it. Now, you can actually set these vampires free. And they'll attack the folks in this room because they're being held captive. So, I mean, they're gonna... Don't look at me, it spoils the whole sneak thing. Oh, you know what?
And you thought I was just a pretty face.
Oh, hey, friend. There was a necromancer right there.
there.
For the feast. And so you learn the power of the night.
Is someone there?
Y'all have fun.
Thank you. You are mortal. And now for the feast.
I mean, like, they're necromancers who are keeping vampires captive, but vampires are necromancers. So do you want to leave or?
Out of the way, meat.
Okay. That weren't very nice. Might as well be in a chicken leg talking to her. Okay, so there's a potion of extreme healing, not vigorous. I like potions of ultimate and vigorous healing, but extreme will do in a pinch. Okay, so we're gonna yeah, that's not an entrance. Okay, so we need to make our way to Orthorn instead of getting distracted by every living thing in that room. So Orthorn. Huh?
Go, boys! Please let me out of here. You have to let me out. They're going to do something awful to me. There's a lever right there in the center. Hurry, before more of them show up.
Yes, sir. Okay, so this is Orthorn. Let's go have a chat with Orthorn.
Don't leave me here.
So you're Orthorn.
Yes. Did Archmage Arin send you? He sent you to rescue me, didn't he? See? I knew Arin wouldn't leave me in here.
He sent me for the books,
Hurry,
but I can't.
get me out
I
of this
can't
cage
let this
before
guy
they
know
come
that he
for
literally
me.
means less than books.
No, it's the levers in the center there. Just make sure you don't pull the wrong one. Please, hurry.
Yeah, it's
I
the
don't
middle
like
one.
being in here.
Just gonna pull the middle one.
Thank you. I promise I'll help. And then I'll go back to the college and I'll beg them to let me back in.
Uh-huh. Now, where are the books?
Yes, of course. I said I'd tell you, didn't I? The caller will have them. She was most interested in one of the volumes. Although not interested enough to keep me from being locked up. Oh, you've saved me. Thank you so much. Who knows what they'd have done to me if you hadn't come along. I promise I'll help you get out of here.
Yes, well.
Until next time.
Thanks for the help there, friend. Okay, so now that we're best friends forever, Orthorn's gonna basically tag along until he gets taken out by one of the necromancers. What in the world? This is an adept lock. Let's not play games here. Okay. So he's basically gonna tag along until he gets wrecked. Really? Which will not be very long because he's not like the most strong character in the world. Filter of strength. Coin purse. Yes. You can never have enough gold. But I always let him tag along usually. Because if I have my speech leveled up at this point in the quest line, which I usually do, the last / boss fight can actually be passed by.
Your pet.
Soul Gem, full potion of alteration, glass arrows. We have a lot of weight to work with, so I'm going to take the Staff of Frostbite. It's either going to come in handy or we can sell it later. Ice Wraith Teeth. Those are kind of rare, so I'm just going to take them. Daedric Heart, very, very nice to find one of those in here. You have to pay a lot of gold to get your hands on one of those. Alrighty.
The Undercroft is ahead. Necromancers. Be careful. Never should have come here. Guess it's all clear.
Guess so. 48 gold. Robes of Minor Restoration. So when you get to Novice and above Necromancers, their robes and spells will usually take on some sort of specific class, as opposed to just being regular magic.
All clear.
Okay, well, thanks, Hawthorne.
There's someone there.
I'm pretty sure that you could almost defeat these things. Oh, wait, let's see what this is. Raised Zombie. Yeah. That's a good one. Pretty sure you could almost defeat the skeletons with a bow bash, but I'm going to... Why have I not read this before? Okay, anyway. Alright, so we're going to continue on our way. But yeah, you could defeat the skeletons with like a bow bash. They're really just not the hardest things to kill in the world. I'm kind of wasting arrows by just firing into them. When I do the Dawnguard questline, you fight quite a lot of skeletons in different places, so I usually carry around... I hear wolves. I usually carry around a bunch of low-leveled arrows and just pop them. I'm all about the arrow...
Be careful.
I'm cheap with my arrows, basically. Oh, you shoot. Ooh. Doors of Oblivion. Conjuration book. Nice. Nice. Usually quite a few little soul gems will be
Why did I
trapped
ever
around there.
come here?
That is a great question that I cannot help you answer. Got the Nightingale / Dark Brotherhood outfit going on, so that's really cool. Blah, 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 blah. Well, let's see what's in here. Oh, no, this is the way to the final boss. Watch out, Hawthorne, you're not even sneaking. Extreme healing, I'll take it, just in case. Because I ain't using regeneration spells. Oh, that wasn't the... That wasn't the necromancer in charge of this thing? Huh. Oh, where do you suppose? Or maybe Atronachs don't function the same as raised zombies.
What was that?
Oh wait, I'm using Force 1 arrows. Does that mean I've run out of... Okay. Iron arrows? Orcish arrows, yeah. I always go with like a medium to high level arrow, but I don't want to like start using Daedric arrows on these things. They're not high level enough to rate that. So let's... Oh. Hawthorne, why'd you bring me down this path? Goodness. Necromancers. Oh, do it for the lulz, do it for the lulz, do it for the lulz. Oh yeah, now there should
The
be
library is just through here. We're getting close now.
2 or 3 of them sitting in the circle in here.
Come on!
That was really odd, but okay. Flames, I already have. Void salts, an interesting alchemy ingredient. Good one to find. Take the coin purse, leave the cannolis, let's go. Let's see what we got here. 19 gold. Yay, totally worth my time. I say that as if I don't pick up every single coin purse in the inn.
Is someone there? Mine's playing tricks on me. Be careful.
Be careful, he says. Fell, go keep key. Some coinage. Let's see, there was a chest around here. I know there was. No, there's not. Are you sure? Are you serious? It's getting to where you just can't trust things these days. Take some fire salts. And my orcish arrow, that's a bonus.
Why did I ever come here?
Shrine to Zenithar. Interesting. Ah, here we go. Nope. That way. Nope. Yeah, I'm not taking that. I usually only disenchant magic robes and stuff that have an enchantment of one school. Like, for instance, you get a lot of robes in Skyrim that have reduced magic cost and reduced destruction spell cost, and I don't like those because when you disenchant them, they have to both be enchanted at the same time. But you can't enchant them on many things. I'm going to take that. Take that for sure. Alright, now here's where having a highly leveled talk skill comes in handy quite a bit. I'm going to skip this entire boss fight.
So you're the one who barged into my home and laid waste to my project.
I normally would have to do. I am
How
totally that
nice
person.
to meet you.
I feel some sarcasm in the room. I'm here for the books from the college.
So you're just one of Arin's lackeys. That's disappointing. You show real promise. You come here, kill my assistants, disrupt my work. You've annoyed me, so I don't think I'll be giving you anything.
Let me leave with the books, and there won't be any more trouble. See, if you have a 100 level speech like I do...
Fine. Take them and be gone. Never return here, or else you'll face my full wrath.
It's just ridiculous how broken that particular skill tree is. Takes one skill book, takes 2 skill books, and I'm doing this as opposed to having to like run around and grab these while she's spamming with me with Atronachs and all sorts of stuff, and it's just, you know, such a pain. Okie doke. Wonder if she has anything. I can do it, you know. But that's not in keeping with, you know, our, you know what? Never mind, I have to have the key to leave, so, sorry. I was gonna, you know, be totally cool about it and just take off and all that kind of stuff, but, I had to have the key. What are you gonna do? Search the satchel. That's what we're gonna do. Ooh. Alright, chest. I think I have the burning spell already, so I'm not gonna take that to disenchant it, but almost. Oh, always take enchanted jewelry. Let's see. Nah. I have better maces, and I don't really care about that particular enchantment at this current time. So, thus, we have completed retrieving the books that Orthorn stole. And I don't think Orthorn actually died in that whole thing, so that's nice. I guess. He's not going to be allowed back at the College of Winterhold anytime soon, but hey, you know, he gets to go off and make a life of his own with his magical knowledge. So, that's cool. So we're going to head back up to the College of Winterhold now and finish off this quest. And as I've said before, the quests for the College of Winterhold are very choppy, broken, not really cohesive. So it really makes me wonder if there was like some much grander storyline that we were supposed to experience that we never got to. I really wish that, you know, outside of the Dragonborn DLC and the Dawnguard DLC, which I think are awesome, Bethesda may have gone ahead and made a DLC for the Magic School, because I think that this would have been really cool. Like, a way to rebuild.
You're the one that found this orb in South.
Yeah, it was me. A way to rebuild the school, or history of why Winterhold crashed and fell into the, you know, ocean, and just, you know, meaningless things that have happened in Skyrim's history that have kind of impacted the entire world and the entire continent of Tamriel. That would have been cool.
A little for idle conversation.
Well, howdy.
But perhaps you need help with conjuration magic.
You just started talking to me and you said you care little for idle conversation, so I'm just going to walk away, I guess. Hello, friend. I have the books.
Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection.
Here are the books you wanted.
Well, well. And you seem to be in one piece. Thank you. I'll look these over and inform Mirabelle if I find anything relevant.
Okay.
Night of Tears, eh? I remember this one. Well, isn't that interesting?
Well, your
Did you read it yourself?
Have some
If I
secrets
recall
there.
it correctly, that has some interesting implications. You should mention that to Toldir.
Okay.
And here. I suppose you've earned these.
So he's given us Night of... No, he's taken Night of Tears. He's added racial... Yeah. Daughter of the Nibbin, or Daughter of the Nibbin, 2920, Hearthfire, Volume 9, Catalog of Weapon Enchantments, Response to Barrow's Speech, The Black Arts on Trial. So these are all books that will level up certain skills, and I think they're all the magic skills. So let's see. 2920. And now we can drop that one. Catalog of Weapon Enchantments, read that. Enchanting. Daughter of Nibbin, this will be alteration. Yes. It's kind of weird that we're just dropping him right back in his face, but he won't care. Give us that restoration there. Destruction. Love this music. Black Arts on Trial. That's it.
And they call me a savage. At least I don't leave my trash lying around.
Who calls you a savage? Anyway. Alright, we're going to be heading out now to go find Tulf Adair. Dear Tulf, as I like to call him. I'm just kidding. We're gonna go find him at where is he? Okay, he's just downstairs. So with this particular mod we have on Winterhold, sorry. Oh, let's try this again. It gives you all sorts of little interesting things in the courtyard, and one of those things is really interesting. It's a force field above like this tree, this magical force field. Well, that allows you to jump down on top of it without taking too much damage. And now we can just wander on in here and find our pal. Kind of cool.
Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. Still, there's always room for improvement.
She does not get along with Mirabelle Irvine, like, terribly well. Okay, but I guess he's in the Hall of Attainment? The Hall of the Elements? Yes. Oh, that's weird.
It's always encouraging to see the younger generations embracing education.
Urag suggested that I come see you.
Does he have information about our wonderful discovery?
I found a certain book called Night of Tears.
Is that the one about something buried beneath Sarthal? Something that men and Mare fought over?
Yeah.
I'll have to make a point of rereading it. I don't recall the details. I just can't seem to tear myself away. Whatever this is, its beauty is like nothing I've ever seen before.
Like nothing
If
you've
allow me
ever
to
seen
indulge
before.
myself for a moment, I thought I might make a few observations. I'm sure you've already noticed the markings. They're quite unlike anything we've seen before. Eliad, Gwema, Daedric, or even Falmer. None of them are a match. Quite curious indeed. Now, I'm not sure that you're quite as attuned as I am, given my extensive years of experience, but can you feel that? This marvelous object, it practically radiates magicka, and yet it's unlike anything I've felt before. Archmage Aaron is already hard at work, and hopefully we'll have more information soon.
I'm afraid I must intrude. It is urgent that I speak with your associate immediately.
This is most inappropriate. We're involved in serious research here.
Yes, I've no doubt of its gravity. This, however, is a matter that cannot wait.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never been interrupted like this before. The audacity. I suppose we'll continue this at some later time, when we can avoid interruptions.
I need you to come with me immediately. Let's go.
I thought he just starts ordering you around like you're just, gonna do whatever he says. I don't understand. What's going on?
Really? Well, allow me to clarify the situation.
Please do.
I'd like to know why there's someone claiming to be from the Sijic Order here in the college.
Okay, why does this
More
guy
important,
keep acting like
I'd like
he
to know why
needs
he's
to know
asking
everything?
For you specifically.
I want to know
So
why
we're going to go
you think
have
it's
a
your
little
business.
chat with him and find out exactly what it
We
is he
are?
wants.
Who says? Why are you so concerned about this?
I'll be the one asking the questions. All you need to know is that the Sijic Order is a rogue organization,
What?
believing themselves to be above the law.
That sounds like some Thalmor
They
propaganda
have
there.
with the Old Mary Dominion before,
I mean,
and I have no intention of allowing
He's not
that
totally
to happen
wrong,
here.
but... Okay, so, really cool thing, actually. The Night of Tears was when the, depending on what you define as cool. The Night of Tears was actually the war, or the slaughter of men by the Snow Elves when they first settled in Sarthal.
Now,
And that's what
you are going
prompted...
to speak to this monk and
Can you
find
just
out why
open the
he's
door?
here, and then he will be removed. Now,
Open the
you
door.
are going to speak
Open,
to this.
there we go.
I have many important things in my mouth.
So that's what prompted Ysgramor to go back to the Admora region, grab his sons and their compadres, come back across with the companions, and take back Sarthal and begin the war on the elves. So Night of Tears indicates that entire war was fought because the Snow Elves realized the Eye of Magnus was beneath Sarthal, which we assume the men who founded Sarthal also knew, or the Nords.
Please do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. It is good to meet you in person.
What is going on? What happened to everybody?
I'd simply like to talk to you. I've given us a chance to speak privately.
I really wish you
But
could
I'm
get
afraid
these
I
robes.
can't do this for
These
long.
are really cool
We must be
robes.
brief. The situation here at your college is of dire importance, and attempts to contact you, as we have previously, have failed. I believe it is due to the very source of our concern. This object, the Eye of Magnus, as your people have taken to calling it. The energy coming from it has prevented us from reaching you with the visions you have already seen. The longer it remains here, the more dangerous the situation becomes. And so I have come here personally to tell you it must be dealt with.
If this is dangerous, why don't you do something about it? Like, really, though, because you have an entire order
You must understand
of
the
magical
Sigil
dudes who
Order
can
does
apparently
not
just pop up
typically
anywhere you want to.
intervene
Which, by the way,
directly
must
in
be very
events.
convenient.
My presence here will be seen as an affront to some within the Order.
So what?
As soon as we have finished, I will be leaving your
You're
college.
literally saving the
I'm
world
also
from
aware
a...
that my arrival has aroused suspicion, especially in Onkano, your Thalmor associate.
Just smite him with your, like,
Nevertheless, my
magical
order will
powers.
not
I mean,
act directly.
who
You
cares?
must take it upon yourself to do so.
So what exactly is the problem?
As you may have learned, this object, the Eye, is immensely powerful.
Yep.
The world is not ready for it. If it
Right,
remains
yeah.
here, it will be misused.
It's been sitting in a basement
Indeed,
for like
many in
hundreds
the
of
Order
years.
believe
Now
it
it's
has
sitting
already.
in the college for a
Rather,
little while, but
something will happen soon.
its power
Something
must
that
be
cannot
unmatched.
avoided.
It can do what I do and sit around all day. No, I'm kidding. What do you expect from me then?
We believe that your efforts should be directed towards dealing with the aftermath, but we cannot predict what that will be.
Okay.
I fear I have already overstepped the bounds of my order, but I will offer this. Seek out the Augur of Dunlane here in your college. His perception may be more coherent than ours.
Okay. Who is this person?
He was once a student here at the college. Now he is something different.
So he's a janitor. He's not a student anymore. He works the night crew. He is a teacher.
I presume you refer to Onkano's distaste for the Sijic Order.
I
The
guess.
Thalmor see our order as a threat because we have power, and we will not allow them to control us. I assure you that we mean you no harm.
Okay. Where can I find this augur?
I am unsure. He is somewhere within the college. Surely one of your colleagues must know his location.
You have
I
a
am
lot
sorry
of
I cannot
power
provide you with further help,
and very little
but this
information.
conversation requires a great deal of effort on my part.
Okay.
Now, I'm afraid I must leave you. We will continue to watch over you and guide you as best we can. It is within you to succeed. Never forget that.
Okay. Thanks for the pep
What
talk.
is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't understand.
Don't play coy. You asked to see a specific member of the college. Here she is. Now what is it that you want?
There's been a misunderstanding. Clearly, I should not be here. I shall simply take my leave.
What? What trickery is this? You're not going anywhere until I find out what you're up to.
I am not up to anything. I apologize if I have offended you in any way.
We will see about this.
Uh-huh. Well, that was handled smoothly.
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you.
It actually is very interesting research that he's doing. When you get done with the College of Winterhold quest line, that's a very interesting quest. It's one of my favorites in the entire game. His quest. Phineas Gaston's quest. Oh, I did not mean to come here. Take me to the Hall of Elements. And please don't let Tolstier be gone. Is he here? He is not here. Okay. So we'll just go back outside. Tolftir is the only one who actually knows where you can find the Augur of Dunlane. Everybody else speaks very cryptically about the Augur because they're, I assume, embarrassed of what
I
happened
think
or
the
whatever.
college is due for it.
But Tolftir doesn't give two craps, so he's a good one to talk to about it. He could not care less.
Always encouraging to see the younger generation.
Hey, bro.
The college will be here for you. Well, now, there's a name I haven't heard in some time. My goodness, it's been years since I've spoken with him. I suppose he's still down in the Midden, but I haven't checked. Are you going to see him? Do tell him hello for me, won't you?
Nope.
Underneath the college. It's not the nicest place, so if you go down there, please do be careful.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Until next time.
So, excuse me. The Midden is actually a very, very cool place underneath the college. A fascinating place, I should say. It's hidden in, like, the icy caverns beneath the College of Winterhold, which really begs the question how this place is supported by such hollowed-out rocks. But that's a completely different conversation. So the Midden is like this foundational cavern. And what you need to do is you need to make your way all the way down. Now, this is the way to go to the Midden Dark, but you'd want to come to the Midden. Hey, friend. You want to come to the Midden for a lot of other reasons. There are a lot of interesting quests that take place down here, including one that involves summoning a pirate, a Redguard pirate, who gives you unique weapons and gear if you can kill him, which is a very interesting process. There's also a Daedric Forge down here, which I think I'll go visit in a minute I might not visit. It's really cool. Let's go with. I just want a dagger. I don't want to have to shoot this guy. Sword of Flames? Eh.
Your perseverance will only lead to disappointment. Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter.
This is legitimately one of my favorite parts of this entire game. It's so cool. It's not handled all that well, and like I said, the whole College of Winterhold questline is kind of meh, but this particular part is really cool.
I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. But those who have sent you have not told you what they seek, what you seek.
I was told to find you.
Indeed. And so you have come looking, though you do not know why. Like others before you, you blindly follow a path to your own destruction. The Thalmor came seeking answers as well, unaware they will be his undoing. Your path now follows his, though you will arrive too late.
He's talking about on Kano, so I don't really need to ask that question, so I'm going to say, I'm not the first to come see you.
No, though you may be the last. The one who calls himself Ankano has sought my knowledge as well, through very different questions. Your path differs from most. You are being guided, pushed towards something. It is a good path, one untraveled by many. It is a path that can save your college. I will tell you what you need to know to follow it further.
What do I need?
You, and those aiding you, wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware. To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center, so you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your Archmage.
Okay. So, what we need... What we need is the Staff of Magnus, so that we can use the Eye of Magnus. That's always kind of freaked me out, but also been kind of cool. No, I don't want to gather any moss. So yes, we need to go find the Staff of Magnus, which will inspire some tentativeness in our Archmage, as the realization of what this is all about will come to him. It's wow. This is the Atronach Forge. This is the book about the folks, and these are some important ingredients. Now, I can't remember exactly the formula because I haven't done it forever. But basically, you bring a Daedric heart, a silver weapon of some kind, and a couple other ingredients. You pull the lever, or shoes, or whatever. You pull the lever, and this forge will generate a weapon and or armor piece from Oblivion, which is really cool. So it's a really good way to get your hands on some, and they'll be enchanted too. So it's a good way to get your hands on an enchanted Daedric armor set without having to level up your smithing skill. I mean, you can get this almost immediately in the game, which is really cool. You go start the Companion's quest line, get yourself some silver weapons, come down here after you start the College of Winterhold quest line, and just go ham on this thing, and you've got yourself a whole Daedric set of armor. So now we need to go to talk to Savo Sarin and tell him that A, Ankano was down there asking the same questions we were, and B, this whole thing revolves around the Eye of Magnus. The Staff of Magnus.
What you learn here will last you... Really? And what might that be?
We need to find the Staff of Magnus.
I'm sorry, what? Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it.
It's connected to the orb we found.
And how do you know of this?
I spoke with the Augur of Dunland.
Did you really? And he specifically mentioned the Staff of Magnus?
Yep.
I'm impressed with your initiative.
Well,
of
thanks.
course, someone will need to follow up on this.
Yep. What should I do next?
A most impressive attitude. Keep this up, and you'll do quite well for yourself.
Either that or I'll get killed.
Something as specific
you know.
and ancient as the Staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat
You
recently.
know exactly where it is,
Why don't
buddy.
you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well done.
Thanks a bunch.
This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now.
Okay, so now we have to go talk to Mirabelle Irvine. Again. And I think we're going to need to go to the Dwemer Ruin before we can even begin to start the path toward the staff. Two of my favorite things happen in this entire quest line. The first one was talking to the Agro Denland. That's so unique, you don't have like another experience like that in the game. And the second one is the incorporation of Labyrinthian, which is my absolute favorite area in the original game. I think it's very interesting. Could have been used better, no question. I think there's a lot of things in this quest line that could have been used better, but still a very, very interesting place.
Please, if there are any problems, let me know.
Do you know anything about the Staff of Magnus?
Well, now that's an odd question.
Yep.
Why in the world would you be asking?
That is a great question. Because the Archmage wants me to do everything for him. I mean, because the Archmage said you'd mentioned it recently.
I see. Well, yes, I suppose I did mention it, though I'm not sure what he expects me to tell you. I only brought it to his attention a few months back when the Synod showed up here looking for it.
The Synod?
They were apparently under the impression we were keeping it in a
Good
closet
night.
somewhere.
How many people are involved here? Who are the Synod?
Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years.
I
My
suppose that means they're
understanding is that
unofficial
all
when
really do
she
is
says
make
they fancy
noise in an
themselves.
attempt to curry favor from the Emperor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power.
So, no one knows the staff's location.
No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mzulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mzulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
Mzulft. Sounds like a Dwemer ruin. Sign me up. Okay, so here's my kind of big issue with this plot line, and the reason I think it has one of its holes, one of its many holes, one of the problems with it. We're going to look for the Synod person because he apparently knows. Wow, that's not even anywhere close to anything I've discovered yet. Great. So we're going to look for this Synod person who has apparently located, or has the means to locate, the Staff of Magnus. Because we don't know where it is. But we will learn later that one of the people involved in the College of Winterhold, or one of the College of Winterhold staff persons, knows exactly where the Staff of Magnus is because they fought the thing that had it originally. And I'm trying not to give away the ultra spoilers to the end of this mission, but like, you can kind of guess where I'm going with this. So why in the world do we not know where it is? We know exactly where it is. Alright, so we're gonna mount up, head into one of the most interesting places in the entire game. Now, this is a place that I come to a lot when I'm doing an early character for farming reasons. I haven't been farming a lot in this game, and as I said originally, and I'll keep saying it over and over again, if I farm to raise my character's level in something, I'm going to do it off camera, and it'll just be done when I get back from, one of my streams to the next one, if I need to level up something. But the best way to level up alchemy is to create a potion with wheat, giant's toes, and creeper clusters. And in case you're wondering, we're passing a lot of creeper clusters on the floor of this particular area. This is by far and away the best place to get creeper clusters in the game, and there are also quite a few giants here, so if you're... Oh yeah, hey friend. If you're really wanting to farm ingredients for that potion, this is an absolutely fantastic place to come. So I come here a lot early in games when I'm wanting to farm stuff. Let's make sure we're not about to run into the mountain. We are running into the mountain. Yeah. And I love the weather mod makes this area look so much creepier. That's a hunter-gatherer. I'm not gonna bother her. Her hunting and poaching isn't hurting anyone. I mean, it's not like the Jarl can eat every deer in the forest, right? Come on, Horsatron 9000. You can do this. I believe in you. I honestly am just kind of winging it at this point. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna park old Betsy here. But anyway, this area is great for creeper clusters, a bunch of giants, and basically just a really good area to farm stuff. However, giants are hard to kill in and of themselves, but there are also like a ton of bears. There's one area with like 2 dragons on it usually, so it's also kind of a pretty dangerous area if you're really, really low level. I like to level up things like sneak and archery first because they really help you take down giants quicker. And then I come here to farm the ingredients for alchemy, and it kind of leads me into magic. I've got a whole system. It's very complex. So now we're going into Mzulft, the Dwemer ruins. Oh, and it seems we have a friend here.
Gone. Find Paratus in Oculory.
So he said the crystal's gone, and we need to find Paratus in the Oculory. Very, very cryptic message here, but wow, no, I'm not using that. Maybe that dwarven bow. We'll see if we can figure out some meaning behind all that mumbo jumbo. So now, what are the 2 main enemies in the Dwarven Ruin? Dwarven Centurions and Spiders, Dwarven Machinery, and Falmer. Both of which we're going to see on this mission. No. Every once in a while, those dudes have some gold or like jewels. I'm just going to sneak past these spiders and hopefully they're just not going to notice me because they are really just not worth my time and money and arrows. I don't usually take time to fight spiders. I take time to fight Centurions and Falmer. So whenever you kill those Centurion spiders with the little electrophobs on the top, they're going to let out an electrical blast like that. Doesn't really do a ton of damage, it just kind of looks like it might. Continue sneaking here. Probably going to run across some Chaurus Reapers at some point. I think that's an iron ore, or it's orichalcum. Oh, yep. I hear a Chaurus Reaper. You, sir, can get wrecked. You are from my nightmares, and back you will go. I absolutely cannot stand Chaurus Reapers. I can't stand anything about the Chaurus, actually. Now, I will say this. When you do the Dawnguard questline, there comes a point in time where you just have to get over not liking Chauruses and Falmer and stuff, because it's all throughout there. And it is one of my favorite quest lines, so. That would have been quite the nasty fall. Or head bump. Okay, that is not ebony ore. That's just a fallen thingy. Die, you savage. Wait. So that's a Chaurus Reaper. I may not be saying that right either, but I think it is Chaurus. Maybe it's Chaurus. I'm not sure. I'll just call them the little bug things. There's a Centurion. I mean a Glimmer Sphere, not a Centurion. Centurions are the big dudes that walk at you. Walk towards you and slam into you and breathe steam all over you. Then I'll start collecting bolts because eventually I'm going to get a crossbow and that'll be fun. One of my favorite things about this game is the different styles of the similar weapons you can have, and the crossbows are interesting, but the thing that I like the most about the Dawn Guard weapons, that the Dawn Guard DLC brings are the Dawn Guard weapons, which are interesting, but there is one, it's a Dawn Guard Warhammer, that actually allows you to cast an enchantment when you shield bash that sets a fire rune in front of you. So it's a really, really interesting weapon. It's a heavy warhammer, so like for a tank build, but it allows you to cast a fire rune, a magic thing, which is not usually what you want to do with a tank build. You know, magic and tanks don't really mix as well. So it's interesting. But anyway, the different things you can do in this game are obviously cool. You, sir. Get ready. Greater soul gem, but it's not filled. I'll hang on to my inventory space until we can find ones that are filled. I do take graders. Greater and grand soul gems are basically what I take. I don't take anything less than that usually. There's just no need for me to even go in there. I am so stingy with my arrows, I will literally shoot a dwarven spider and then run pick up my arrow. Because I just don't want to lose arrows. It's a great practice. I really think it helps you build some desire to not just spray your enemies with arrows. I hear the Dwarven Sphere. Oh, there it is. Grab up some materials there. Oh, Dwarven Oil. Now, another thing about the Dragonborn DLC, it gives you the ability to craft spider scrolls, which are basically spiders that can do different things. And one of them, there's a dead farmer, one of them takes dwarven oil and it makes an oil spider, which is a spider that will literally run around, spew dwarven oil everywhere, then ignite itself, set all the oil on fire, and blow whatever it is drenched in oil up. It's one of the absolute most broken and really great little additions to any game. I don't use it a lot because it's just kind of like OP, but it's like really, really fun to watch. And I'll probably at some point in this playthrough, when I'm doing the Dragonborn DLC, I'll probably do some I'll probably do some spider scroll making. But it is really, really, really interesting. I didn't even realize that was a thing. I knew that you could do fire and ice spiders based on like kind of elemental things, and I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. They can run around and, you know, attack people. I did not realize that you could have them go launch and just absolutely blow things up. So that's one of the coolest things that has ever been added to a game. And there are actually dwarven. Oh, okay. There's a farmer. There are actually other dwarven spider... Not dwarven. There are actually other spider scrolls, sorry, that do different things. One, like, lights up, so it can light up if you're in a dark place. Another one is, like, has carry weight, so you can, like, stash things in them. Then there are those that jump around and can control minds, so, like, you can let one latch onto somebody. They're really interesting additions. Dwarven Scrolls, and that's all in the Dragonborn DLC located over on Solstheim. It's all part of the main quest, so you have to come across it eventually. Whoa! Get wrecked. And get wrecked. You did not see me miss those two shots like that. That was a figment of your imagination. You are getting very sleepy. Okay, so now I'm heading into the tunnel. And I assume there will be more charges down here. Yep, there is one. You can go right on back to Oblivion. Don't even want to talk to you. I hear another one. Man, I hate these things. Really, like, I really hate these things. Okay, making our way out of here, and you can tell that this is a. It's not as hard as I think the dwarven ruin that you have to go through to get to Mercer Frey at the end of the Thieves Guild questline, but it's a pretty tough one. So like you don't want to do this particular ruin like right off the bat, right after you jump out of Helgen. When in doubt, just slow the fight down and kind of. Whoa! Yeah, I'll take a firebolt staff. Staves are great when you just don't want to take the time to level up your classes of magic. Corundum ore, okay, that's cool. Not too often you're gonna find like ore just stashed on Farmer. I hear Charis, but I'm going to open this door anyway. Because frankly, I have a death wish. Don't you just love failing on a lockpick this many times? There we go. I love when they make you go through a locked door, come into a room with an enemy inside of it, then make you go into a locked chest. All for... Wow, I'm doing very poorly. I need to stop failing. I sold him a scroll of Conjure Storm Astronaut and a gold ring. That's actually not terrible. Okay, I have no idea. I can't remember what I took, but anyway. Onward we go. To this room here. What? What? Ooh, there we go. Come at me. Did quite a bit of damage that first time. Not gonna lie. Well, actually. Okay. Oh, there it is. I knew I left an arrow laying around there somewhere. Oh, blister wart. Good alchemy ingredient to take. Slaughterfish scales, orcish arrows. Staff of Firebolt again. So I'm going to take both of those just so that if I ever really just want to, I can dual wield some Firebolt action without having to worry about draining my magicka down to an absolute abysmal level in like 2 seconds. Which is the problem with a lot of expert spells in this game. Okay, so we're going to make our way up here. Fire in the hole. How did I not hit that person? That faller. Okay, one of these dudes has, there it is, the focus crystal. Haha! Whoop. And arrows? Okay, so now that we have the focus crystal, we need to... I do not want to take a farmer bone with me. Okay, we need to find our friend in the Oculori, but before we do that little thing, I'm going to take your... I wonder if this guy has glass arrows or not. Amethyst? Yes, gold. We need to go down here first, and I think at the end of this tunnel there is a Dwarven Centurion, so I'm just gonna... No, sneak damage in this game is utterly broken, which is why I've been sneaking the whole time and then just firing arrows at people, but I think if I come straight on with this, I can, in fact, get the damage kill on the Dwarven Centurion. Nope. Get wrecked. Friend. No one thing I love about Dwarven Centurions is the fact that they always carry Daedric arrows. Well, almost always. But the arrows, of course. Dynamo cores are interesting. They can be used at that Daedric forge in the midden. Dwarven oil. Good to get. Grand Soul Gem filled with a Grand Soul. That's worth the price of admission right there. Now let's go over here. Get what we came down here for. The key to the Mizulft Observatory. Lockpicks. Capable healing. That was, what enchantment was that? Major Destruction. I'm going to take it. I don't remember if we have a Destruction school item or not, but anyway. So now we're just going to run back up the stairs. And we're going to find Valena, whatever his name is, and the Oculari. Yes, this hike is quite taxing. Okay, and this is where we're going to end the stream, guys. So next time we come in, we're going to meet with the guy in the observatory and then go back to the College of Winterhold to discuss our next move. At that point, it will be time for us to go find the Staff of Magnus after a couple of events occur. So thanks very much, guys, for coming in. Thanks for watching. I hope you're all having fun. If you do like this kind of stuff, if you just want to, help out, it would be great if you would like the video, comment on the video if you want to see something. I also do Fortnite videos and videos of other games. And then subscribe to the page if you want to just be alerted when I start streaming and stuff. But thanks for coming out, and I hope everybody has a blessed day.